Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and today we're going to be going into 10 more items that everybody should have in their shop or garage. I did one video before this going over like accessories like hose clamps, grommets, solder connectors, things like that. If you guys haven't checked that video out, go ahead and check it out. It's on my channel. But today we're going to be going into 10 chemicals I believe everyone should have in their shop or garage. And trust me, there's a lot more than just these 10. But these are just the first 10 I'm going to mention. I'll probably do a part 2 if you guys would like to see that. But we're going to be doing a lot of different categories of things that everybody should have in their shop or garage. So I have a few items on both sides of the garage that I'll show you, kind of explain what I use them for. Some of them are kind of self-explanatory. But if you guys enjoy, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below of your guys' thoughts or the brands that you go with as far as these chemicals. Or if you got some ideas from this video and you found it helpful, please make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. But let's go ahead and get into the first 5 or 6 that I have over here, and then we'll get into the last few items. So the first 5 or 6 are going to be over here in my little organizer. The first one up is going to be my greases. I have just a standard multi-purpose grease here. Then I have red and tacky up here in this small grease gun. And then this one here is the synthetic grease that I use for my poly bushings, because everything on the Camaro is either Heim joints or poly, so always use synthetic grease for that. That is number 1. Number 2 is going to be super glue. I just pick it up at Harbor Freight. I get multi-packs because it's useful for a lot of different things, but basically after you use it a couple times, if it sits, then it's going to dry out, and it's always handy to just have more than one on hand. Next up are epoxies, or like a JB Weld, just depending on the type of work that you do. I keep a couple of Harbor Freight different epoxies here, just great for, repairs or making custom things. Number 4 is going to be thread lockers or Loctite. I have red and blue on hand, and obviously that's for different situations, just depending on if you want it more permanent or if it's something you might be possibly taking off. The next item up is going to be anti-seize, and this one is aluminum. I also have another one. It just depends on what kind of fasteners or what material you're working with. Depends on the anti-seize that you should use. Then any like RTV or sealants, like here I just have a few different ones that I use, whether you're making gaskets, or I use this one for installing seals and stuff, like this one around my windshield. I use this, really good stuff. I believe that's it as far as what I have over here. Now we'll move to the other side of the garage and check out what I have over there. Also keep in mind that I will have a lot of these products linked down in the description for you guys. I'll try and find on Amazon. I'll also link some other brands as well, depending on what you're kind of looking for. But they should all be down there for you guys. And keep in mind, this is just the first 10. We can go on and on. I have quite a bit of stuff. So the first one over here is going to be the brake and caliper grease. If you do your own brakes and stuff, this is great for slide pins, the caliper. Just really good stuff to have on hand. Usually when you do your brakes, you'll get that little pack. I just find it easier. I just keep a decent amount on hand. So that stuff's always great. Next up is going to be thread sealant. If you're installing, head bolts, intake manifold bolts, depending on what you're working on, if it goes into a coolant passageway or oil or anything like that, making sure that you thread your bolts with a thread sealant. This one is with PTFE, and so that's what I use. I also have a couple others, but that's the primary one. This is my other anti-seize. This is a copper one. The other one I showed you was aluminum. The next one is going to be like lubricants or WD or PB Blaster, things like that. This is dry PTFE and superior lubricant from Triflow. Really good stuff. I use these on the Heim joints because Heim joints can get dry, or you get contamination in the Heim joint and you kind of get squeaking, and this flushes them out. And a dry lubricant is really good for that because it doesn't leave behind like a film that attracts dirt and debris. It keeps it lubricated while not attracting that stuff as bad as some others. And then WD I just kind of use for cleaning some stuff. And then of course brake clean or degreaser. I like to use brake clean. Works fantastic for basically anything. Just probably one of the most popular chemicals to have in any shop or garage is going to be brake clean. On the race team, we use it to literally clean everything. And then here is just more silicone or sealant I showed you over there, but this one is the Permatex, the right stuff, this 1 minute gasket. This is by far my favorite. Over the last few years I've been using this, and it's just really nice because you can adjust the flow rate and you can really create a nice small or large bead just depending on how fast you apply it. And you got this squeeze handle here. Absolutely fantastic. I've mentioned this in some of my previous Amazon videos. Just a great product. But those are the items over here. If you guys would like to see a part 2 of this, please let me know down in the comments. But there are those items and the ones that we went over before. I'll have as many of these linked down in the description as possible. Obviously, brands are going to depend on where you pick them up or if you buy them off Amazon. I'm sure there's plenty of knockoffs and stuff, but besides like my super glue and stuff, I usually go name brand stuff. But if you guys enjoyed, please, once again, make sure to smash that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below of your guys' thoughts or some other chemicals you might want thrown into the next video. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.